Welcome back to Flow into Consciousness. I'm here in Ibiza. We have just moved from Mallorca to Ibiza about a month ago, and I'm here to share the practice of Vinyasa Yoga once again. I have been missing for a few weeks. I was back in Scotland. My father passed away in a peaceful, beautiful way actually. It was quite an experience for myself and my family to go through. So he's at rest now, and back here in Ibiza to continue our lives here, sharing this practice of yoga, meditation, pranayama, and just living in a holistic, meaningful, purposeful way. So we've got more of that to come as we get going into this year and next year, which I'll share more about. For today, let's get straight into the practice of Vinyasa Yoga. We'll have a 30-minute fluid flow into consciousness practice with the intention of paying attention to how you move, how it feels, what feeling you're feeling in the body, how your breath is moving, and of course what's going on in the mind, the imagination, the perception of mind. What's going on there, to be able to observe that in the practice, is what we call yoga. Let's get going. Let's come to child's pose. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Rest your forehead down onto the mat and just begin a place of just finding ease in your body. If you're new to the practice, just follow along, do what you can. Within 3 to 5 classes or practices, you will start to understand the basics of the sequence. It's very sequential, and you will be up and going in no time if you just continue to practice. From there, we move into downward facing dog, so child's pose to down dog. We press the legs back, and we just step up and down, feeling into the body. And just a quick one, if you ever need to rest at any point, you just go back into the child's pose. So down here and go back if you need to. Good. If not, down dog is a resting place also. If you're newer to the practice, you just do what you can though. Again, I'll press your legs back, soften the gaze, and then walk the hands backwards into what we call ragdoll. Grab the elbows, hinge forward and swing from side to side. Let the head drop. Tendency is to lift the head up or try to pull the chin in. Just let it hang forward and go back and forward. Good. From there, ground the heels and then start to straighten the knees. A lot of people have the knees bent, which is a good thing. But at some point you've got to start to ground the heels and start to straighten the knees as well. So we get into the lower part of the hamstring and get the full range in the whole muscle group and joints. Okay, from there we squat down into Malasana. This is quite deep on the knees, so if you need to be here, this is perfect. Or if you need to be on your toes, great. Just do what you have to do to move your body in a way that feels right for you. From there, reach the hands forward. We come into what I call the lumbering cat. So the pelvis drops down, arms are straight, hips are off the floor here, pelvis off the floor, knees are down though, toes pointing back, and we relax our belly. So let the belly relax. Gentle expansion on the inhale and a softening on the exhale. You're going to feel the back body, the lumbar spine, lower back, will kind of compress on the back, which is good, because it'll open up the frontal part of the body, the frontal anterior ligament, which runs up the front of the spine, and also all of the abdominal muscles, the rectus abdominals, your six-pack, your obliques, your transverse abdominals, a group of core muscles, which we call the core, will start to open up there. Nice. So from there we go back to what we call the pouncing cat. Tuck the toes, look forward. Chin comes in, come back forward to the lumbering cat, head up last. Keep the chin up as we go back, stretch the feet. Chin comes in at the end, round the spine, come forward into lumbering cat. Pouncing cat, one more time. Chin in, come forward as we mobilize the spinal joints. Good, and then press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Yeah, nice. Now from there we're going to go into the sun salutations, sun salutation A and sun salutation B. And this is all about just connecting the breath and the movement. It gets us into our body through our breath, the sun salutations. Take a breath in.
Take a full breath out. Okay, just lift the heels gently, soften the knees, and just glance forward and just step or walk to the front into a halfway lift. Feet can be together or hip width. And then bow forward, exhale, bring your chin in at the end. Press the feet down, reach the hands up to high mountain, gaze between the thumbs or to the thumbs. Samastahiti, hands back down to the side. Let's flow. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in for a halfway lift. Step back, high plank into low plank. You can drop your knees. You can go all the way down. Cobra or up dog. I'm taking a cobra here. And then we press back to the downward facing dog. The eyes stay very still on one point and the breath moves through the nostrils. If you're more experienced in the practice, Ujjayi breathing, pranayama breathing as we draw the breath in from the throat. Take a breath in. Exhale. Bend the knee slightly, look forward, step, or jump to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, high mountain. Samastahiti, hands down. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Notice lengthening the spine, head comes in last. Halfway lift. Step back or jump back, high plank to low plank. I'm just going to do the full one this time. The chin comes in, lift up to up dog. You can keep doing the cobra if you feel, and back through to down dog. Good. Feet are about hip width apart or even wider if that feels better in your body. Just make sure the arches aren't collapsing. Just kind of gently lift through the arches of the feet. Press your hands down. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lifting the heels, bending the knees, step or walk, jump, whatever way to the front of the mat. Bow forward on the exhale. High mountain on the inhale. And back to even standing, which we call Samastahiti on the exhale. Bend your knees for Utkatasana, chair pose. Fold forward, Uttanasana, exhale. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Step back or jump back, high plank to low plank, Chaturanga, Dandasana. Up dog, downward facing dog. The right foot comes forward, back foot flat, warrior one. Low plank, exhale. It's one breath, one movement, just find your rhythm. Up dog, downward facing dog, left foot comes through. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Low plank, exhale. Breathe in, keep the elbows in. And downward facing dog as you breathe out. Steady the eyes. Good. You can hold here for 2-3 breaths or even 5 breaths if you feel you want to do that. If you're following the video, of course, we just hold for 2 to 3 breaths. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Bend the knees. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Fold forward. High mountain. Utkatasana, not high mountain. Samastahiti. Sunbees are always Utkatasana. Utkatasana again, chair pose. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Low push up, little jump back. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, right foot comes forward. Bend the front knee, reach up. Low plank, back to the mat. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog, left foot comes through. Back foot flat, rise. Low plank, exhale. Breathing in and breathing out to down dog once again. Again, the steadiness of the gaze. The lips are closed and we're breathing through the nose. We breathe from the back of the throat and the diaphragm pulls the breath in and presses the breath out. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Bend the knees, step or float forward, inhale. Exhale. Inhale.
exhale. Inhale, exhale,
inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out again. Fantastic. Bring the feet together. Take the right leg up to the sky. We move into the standing postures now. Knee to the chin, we call it tiger curl. Gaze to the navel, then look forward, crescent lunge. Arms up. Good, so it's quite a balancing pose. It's quite challenging because the feet are narrow, so you can broaden the feet a little bit to make it more stable if you need that. If not, you're here, arms are long, elbows are straight, fingers are kind of fiery in the fingers, so extend through the fingertips. Take a breath in, warrior two. We come into warrior two, back foot flat, adjust your feet, steady the gaze over the middle fingertip, soften the shoulders and bend the front knee slightly. See if you can broaden the front knee, this knee, and the back knee away from each other. You feel the inner thighs open. Hands to your heart, Skandasana. So we can do a high Skandasana here or a low one. Just be mindful of your knees in these ones. Reaching forward into reaching warrior, gaze over the palm of the hand, right hand to the inside or the outside. A block is good here, left arm up, side angle. Bend into the front knee, firm up the back leg, ground the back foot firmly into the earth. Extend the fingers forward, take a breath in. Easy twist, left hand down, left foot comes up, right arm to the sky. Warrior two again, back foot flat, all the way back round. Front leg straightens, turn, interlace your hands, breathe in. Straddle, fold as you breathe out. If it's too much to take the hands behind your back, just put your hands on the floor. Yeah, just bring your hands in front of you onto the floor if that's what you need to do. You can also bend the knees if you need to. Try and make sure the feet are square though. Great, from there ground the feet, come back up. Release your arms. I like to shorten my stance slightly. Triangle, bring your right heel in halfway. Turn the foot out halfway. Front leg straight, reach forward. Triangle, hand to the shin or the floor or a block. Bring the gaze to the upper hand. If it strains your neck when you do that, bring the gaze to the side or down to the big toe here. The eyes rest on the big toe or the upper thumbnail. Feel your breath. Good, next up from there we're going to reach the upper arm forward for reaching triangle. Easy twist, bend the front knee, lift the back heel, reach up. Good, modified side plank. We drop the back knee down, turn the foot out, grab the big toe or the knee into here. Okay, awesome, nice. You can also do this if you want, or of course you can take the big toe up. Dancer's bridge pose, foot behind you, hips up, press your hips. It's a beautiful hip opener, this one. Point your toes, and then vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Elbows hug in, up dog, or cobra, downward dog. Feet together, left leg up, bend the knee, take the left knee high. Knee to the chin, gaze to the belly button. Look forward, crescent lunge. Arms are up, gaze into the horizon ahead of you here. I'm facing the west here, facing the west of Ibiza. We live over in the west of Ibiza here, beautiful quiet area. Amazing for our three sons. Good, and then warrior two. Stretch the mat, steady the gaze. Listen to the sound of the breathing with a softness, yet a sharpness to the focus of the eyes. Hands to heart, Skandasana high or low. Inner hamstring lengthening. Reaching warrior. Side angle. Gaze to the palm, ground your back foot, breathe 3, 2, easy twist. Warrior 2. Front leg straightens, turn, interlace your hands, breathe in. Straddle fold again. Remember, if the arms is too much, bring the hands to the floor. Ground your feet, press your legs back. You're trying to sort of stretch the mat with the feet here, pushing the feet away from each other, but grounding the mounds of the big toes, the big ball of the foot, the big toe. Come back up, triangle. Left foot turns forward, back foot turns forward slightly too. Soften the knee, gaze high or gaze low, but make sure there is an ease there. There's not a strain or an overly tense spine, especially the neck. You don't want the neck tense, so you can just bring it down. Good. From there, reach forward, hand down, left arm up. Drop the back knee. Grab the knee or the big toe of the left foot. If you're grabbing the big toe, you're trying to straighten the leg and press the hips towards the left. And then dancer's bridge pose. Hips are high, soft eyes. Vinyasa, flow through again. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Good, let's flow into a couple of balancing poses. Breathe in, breathing out, bend the knees, step, jump forward, halfway lift, fold forward, rise high, high mountain, arms under, eagle, squat down. We just flow into it, cross the legs or wrap the legs up. Good. My eyes are on a rock in front of me in a bush here to keep me steady, so I anchor my eyes in something solid and stillness, and that helps me concentrate and find stillness in the balancing pose. I then release, reach the arms high again, left arm comes under, wrap the left leg around, whoop, press the palms, soft eyes, 3, good, 2, and release. In here, reach the arms high again, bring the hands to my heart, open hip, flex the toes. Good, I come down here, I round through the spine, or press my hips forward here. Good, I come back up into standing leg raise. Whoop, left hand to the waist, grab the right big toe. Here, remember, this is a good option if you need to, or if you have the big toe, that's cool if your hamstrings are open enough. Leg out to the side. Oh, fantastic. Back to the center. Both hands to the waist, point for 3, 2, and then back down again. Yeah, nice, a little mosquito biting me here. Good, hands to the heart, left ankle, right knee, squat down, and then round through the spine. Rounding, I'm pressing my sit bones forward, and that switches on my psoas and stabilizing muscles of the spine. I come back up, grab the big toe or the knee. Keep my eyes steady to 1 point. Breathe, 3, 2, leg out to the side. You could hold it longer, of course. Whoop. Yo. My other hand's helping me here. Back to center. Point my toes. Ground. Soften the right knee just to help me balance a little bit. And then back home again. One balance and one dancer's pose. Left hand up. Grab the right foot and knees together. Breathe in. Kick back. Again, just stay steady. Kick the foot back to help balance. Not too much, but nice and firm. 3, 2, windmill around, right arm up, left hand grabs the left foot from the inside if possible. We kick back, we breathe, we feel, we witness, we pay attention. Back to Samastahiti. Training our mind to focus within the body, and that makes us mind pay attention, stop thinking, projecting into the future. Reach the arms high, fold forward, halfway lift, chaturanga, up dog, downward dog. Right leg into the sky, bend the knee, knee to the chin, gaze to the belly, look forward, half pigeon here. Okay, now we're coming into the extended half pigeon just for a little bit of a back bend here. We'll flow through a little hip series just to finish off here. Lifting the heart high, flexing the toes. You could put a block under the hip there or pull the heel back if you need to. Nice and steady. Good. You can hold it longer if you want. Back foot comes forward this time. I bring my right foot into my inner thigh. Good. I reach my hands high and I fold over the left leg. I bow my head down and I just feel the breath and I move the breath consciously here. Keeping the legs straight if possible, but if it needs to bend, you bend it. You can hold the hamstring, the calf there if you need to. From there we come back up. Nice, I'm going to take my right leg over my left for kingfish, bend my knee. You can also keep that left leg straight and then twist round to the right. My right hand about the edge of the mat there, and it helps me just to prop and push. I breathe in, I lengthen. I breathe out, I cinch the waist in, I cinch it in and twist a little bit further if it's there for you. Great, I come back to center. I'm going to come into cow face or gomo, tasana. I take my knee on top here. If this is too much, you just do what you can. You can also sit on a block. I take another little twist. Great. And then come back, I take my left hand up, drop it down the back. If my hand can grab my fingers, go there. If not, the right hand grabs the elbow, the left elbow. Good, and helps. This is a great stretch, this one right here, especially with the hips in this position. If you've got the bind, go with the bind. Nice. Press the left knee down. Press the right knee, the upper knee down and the left knee up towards, and it creates a bandha. So both knees are hugging together. Nice. And then release my arms, or you don't have to release your arms, you can just fold forward a little bit. Keep the sit bones grounded. Feel your breath. Every time you breathe out, it's a grounding breath. So you press down on the exhale and you expand and open on the inhale. From there we roll back, or press back, down dog. Feet are together, left leg into the sky, bend the knee. Gaze to belly, knee to chin. Look forward, half pigeon. Okay. Nice. Now I'm making it look not easy. Some people make it look a lot easier than me, this pose, but you know, it took me many years to just be able to do it with more ease. So you do what you can. If you've got to drop the back knee or put a block there, just do that. It's amazing how quickly the hips will open if you consistently practice without forcing, like letting go of the agenda and just feeling the process, paying attention to what's going on. And the hips will open, and it's invaluable having your mobility. Trust me. Okay, from there we're going to come up with the back foot, come forward. Left foot will come in. Reach your arms high and then fold forward. Bow down. Yeah, just our mobility, our capacity to stay mobile. Be able to be all close to the ground, to sit down on the floor and stand up without using our hands as long as we can in our life, you know, like into our 70s, 80s, is, you know, 90s, 100s, is really, it's going to determine the quality of our life. Nice, we come back up. We bring our left foot over. Nice, I bring the foot back. You can keep that straight, as you know. I twist to the other side. I expand on the inhale. I narrow the waist on the exhale and twist and ground. You do that 2 or 3 times or more. Good, as we unlock the knots of the spine, the karmic knots. Good. Come back to center. I take my knee over here. I then sit down on a block or on the floor if I need to straighten the lower leg, because the lower knee can get a bit tight here. I do that. I take a little twist again. Nice, I come back up. I take my right arm up, drop it down,
hand to elbow or hand comes up. Now often one side is easy and the other side's not, okay? That's okay, just notice it, that it's there, and just work with it. If one side does, you can clasp your hands, then clasp them. If the other side doesn't, just work with it. So don't not do it on the one side it can, but don't force it. But keep working maybe a little bit longer or a little bit more often on the side that's tighter. You could also do it twice on the tighter side and just once on the side that's got the range. I can fold forward here. I personally would prefer to release my hands down. It works better in my body this way. Some people, it doesn't really make any difference for them. They come back up. My legs come forward. I'm going to take a little butterfly just to get the hips open. So I externally rotate the hips. Good. If you need to, this is perfect as well. If not, you can come down here. You can just barely just bow my head. You can keep the chin up if you've got that range. If you're really open in the spine. For most of us, just a head down is much more beneficial. Feel the breath. Great. Come back up. I'm going to bring my hands behind, feet to hip width, shoulder width apart. Press up. Good. A little extension. You feel the arms there. If it feels okay in the neck, you can gaze down the nose. Press your tongue behind the top teeth gently. That switches on the muscles. Just control the head going back on the exhale. Nice, you can open your mouth. A little jaw movement. And then head back up, lie down. Shavasana. Good, if you want an inversion, the headstand, shoulder stand, you could do it there. If not, just lie down here in Shavasana. Let the body fully relax. If you feel there's a bit of pain in the lower back or the hips, I recommend putting a couple of pillows or a couple of blocks under the knees, and that'll release your hip flexors to give you more ease or bolster under the knees. If not, it's cool, just lie there, relax. Nice. Now, I'd like you to stay here for at least 3 to 5 minutes, if not longer if you have the time. Yeah, nice. And then for the purpose of the video, I'll keep it shorter. Good. I'll just bring the knees into the chest. I'll roll over to the side. Always roll to the side after Shavasana. Come up. I'll come onto my knees or into a cross-legged position. Rest my hands on my thighs. I will take a moment, just a moment, to relax my belly, relax my face, my eyes, my upper palate of the mouth. The upper palate that is related to the pelvic floor, and we want to just have some ease there, not tensing. Nice. Open the ears, listen to the birds in the background. Feel the warmth or the coolness or the air, whatever's in the air, or any fragrance that's there, and flowers. Nice. Bringing my hands or your hands to your heart. Take a moment just to acknowledge the sun in the sky. Notice the quality of the sun, the presence shows up every day. Even if it's cloudy and can't shine through, it's still there. And then some days it's clearer than others, and that's just life. Acknowledging the consciousness or the awareness within your mind and body. Acknowledging the consciousness and awareness of the universe. Bringing your hands to your heart. Acknowledging that consciousness, that awareness within you and the universe is the same presence, the same energy. It's a oneness, and this is the meaning of Namaste. Bring your hands to your heart. Acknowledge something that's within you, that's moving through you and constantly around you. Acknowledge that, whatever that is. If you have a word for it, acknowledge it. If it's just a feeling or an awareness, acknowledge it. Bow to the thumbs. Namaste. Well, thank you very much. Practice, practice, practice every single day. If you miss a day, all good. Begin the next day. I prefer to practice in the morning, but lunchtime is good as well, evening as well. This little practice here, this 30-minute practice, can be practiced at any time of the day, and it's available and it's accessible to all levels. So you can share it with other people. And you know, you can just, if you've been practicing it for a little bit of time, start to share it with others. Just teach them. Just get them going. Understand whatever you know, just share. You don't need to be an expert. I mean, I'm learning constantly, 16, 17 years of teaching, and it's just a new day every time I walk into a classroom or teach like I'm teaching here. It's all about just staying open and learning. Have a beautiful day. See you next week for more flow into consciousness. Adios. Namaste.